Hi everyone, just thought I'd take you through what's in my bag this season. So let's take you through and have a look over here now. So, as you can see from here, here's the old bag. And we've got an array of equipment in here. So I think the first thing we'll look at is the driver. So this year, I am rocking the Maverick driver. Callaway Maverick. It's a Sub-Zero version. It's got a Rogue 130 MSI 70 gram X-Flex shaft, and it's got one of these all new Align golf grips. Very good. It's a bit like the old ridged grips you used to get from Golf Pride. I mean, I've used those all my life, and they seem to have reinvented them with this little ridge down the back. Great for getting the club sitting in the fingers. Really good club. Now, before this I had the Rogue. The Rogue itself was a brilliant piece of machinery. Before I had the Rogue, I had a Cobra driver, which I had for 4 or 5 years. Then the Rogue came along, it was superb. This year, I've changed to this, because this beats that Rogue into a cot hat. It's so much better than it is a bloody phone. So I'm back before I was rudely interrupted by the telephone. So, I was just talking to you about the Maverick. So, Maverick, great driver. I mean, my setup on the head, I've got a 9-degree Sub-Zero head, but I've actually set that up 1 degree less. So I've got the 9-degree head set down to 8 degrees with a neutral bias. I hit quite on and up, so it's good for me to get the loft down a little bit to try and not make it launch too high. So going into the rest of my bag, fairway woods, I don't carry fairway woods. I've never had a fairway wood since the day I got this bad boy. So this is my favourite club in the bag. I think everyone's got one of these in their golf bag, the one that they just can't say goodbye to. This is definitely mine. This is an Adams Tour Proto 16 degree. It's got an Adilla VS Proto shaft, Bayou, 95 grams X, so it's a very heavy graphite shaft. The head itself is a 16 degree head, but I've had that cranked to 14.5 degrees. And I got this set up for me on a tour van from a friend who worked for Adams Golf for a number of years on the tour van. It's the best club I've got in my bag. I can hit this about 240, 250. Don't really need a 3-wood. So I tend to put some other clubs in my bag to avoid the 3-wood. So my long, strong hybrid is my 3-wood. So that fills my gap around about 240, 250. We then go into my 2 utility irons. For these I've gone for the all new Titleist, the Titleist U500s. Now these, I've got a 2-iron version and a 3-iron version. Now these both have an AMT white X100 shaft in them. The 2-iron is very low, it goes like a bullet, it's very, very low indeed. The 3-iron I tend to be more of a positional club. So I tend to use that much more to get position when I'm, say, particularly here at Littlestone, say playing 15. If I want to lay up sort of just slightly left of the bunker, I'll hit the 3-iron off the tee and just leave it little short of that bunker left in the fairway and have a nice little sort of wedge or 9-iron in. So those are those. And then run down into my irons. So this year I am rocking the Titleist 620 forged muscleback bladed irons. These things look awesome. If you look from above, yeah, bit like butter knives. Lovely to strike, lovely to shape. Again, these have got the AMT X100 Tour whites in. I really like these shafts. They're 130 grams, they're a little bit heavier than a normal shaft. Well, they tend to be, true tempers shafts tend to be a little bit heavier. I've always played with a 130 gram steel shaft because I quite like the weight. And I played with forged heads because I like, again, it's just heavier. I like the thing to feel heavy. Again, I've got +4 Align grips on. I really like these multi-compound ones. I'm going to change my driver one into one of these soon. And then we go into the wedges. So wedge-wise, I am currently rocking the SM7s. I'm not going to change this year to the SM8, solely because these SM7s, they're still good. The grooves are still good. And I've got these pretty much dialed in. So I really like these SM7s. If you've got any wedges that are older than, say, 2-3 years old, I would sort of recommend maybe having a look at getting some new ones, because once the grooves wear out, it is very difficult to make the balls spin. So into my putter, this year I've had a little bit of a change. I have gone for the all new Odyssey triple track 2-ball putter. So this is the 2-ball. It's got the triple track lines on top. It's got the stroke lab shaft and a nice pistola grip. Personally, I've always loved the 2-ball. I think I've found it very easy to aim. I don't like things with very small lines or very thin, or I just enjoy lining up a 2-ball putter. So it's something that I've really enjoyed getting back in or falling in love with again. So this is going to be my club of the year, I reckon, for me personally. I've already taken out a couple of cards a couple of times and I've holed everything. So already the confidence is sky high. So I'm looking forward to getting that into the bag this season. And then finally, a new addition to my bag isn't actually a golf club at all, it's these bad boys. Now these are super speed sticks. Now the idea of these sticks is sort of like a training program that helps you create a little bit more power. I'm not short of power, I don't really hit it short, I'm pretty long. I'm only a few yards behind Mark, our assistant here at Littlestone, who hits it about 350 off the tee. I think I've hit it past him once. I think he was using a 3-wood and I was using a driver, so it doesn't really count. But super speed golf, I've done a little bit of research and looked into these, and there's something that I'm going to sort of have a good go on this year. I'm starting to lose my distance. I mean, I am getting older, as we all are, and as a pro sportsman, my body's gone through, it's gone to hell and back, quite simply. The injuries are starting to become more and more fruition, so I am losing distance, and these things are going to help. 4 different weights, varying in lightest, light, super light, and then you've got the super heavy. And you work through these in a training program trying to help build strength. So I'm going to give those a good go this year. A lot of tour pros now are holding those in those bags, so it might well be worth having a look at. They're in my bag here in the shop. My bag here is going to be on display just as you come through the front door. So you'll come through the front door this way, up this way, into the front door, and then you'll have an area here where the fitting centre is. The bag will just be there. So if you want to come and have a look in the bag, it's got a full description of what's in the bag, and you're very welcome to even to take one out and have a hit if you fancy it. I mean, they're there for people to have a go of. Maybe not the putter, but the rest of them you can. And one last thing for my bag, my pride and joy. With my favourite hybrid golf club, my Tour Proto 16 crank to 14, my favourite head cover. I bought this a few years ago from a chap called Scott Redman in Bristol, a friend of a friend, and he made some of these limited edition Only Fools and Horses head covers. So this one is the old lovely jubbly, he who dares wins, etc, etc. And this time next year, who knows, this time next year maybe we'll all be off scratch. Thanks for listening, I'll speak to you all soon, take care, enjoy your golf, see you down the links very soon.